So I have one of those coats that has the zipper that zips down and the zipper that zips up. So there's like really no defined beginning or end to it. And I was trying to get it off this morning and the bottom zipper, it just was stuck. And I kept pushing it down and pushing it and trying to get it out. And then I realized, okay, you need to come back up a little bit, recenter it, and then go back. And I had this huge realization that that's how a lot of people approach goals and achieving goals and habit formation and identity creation, all of that, goal setting, right? And so what happens is people I've done it. I bet we've all done it, right? You think of a goal and you're going for it and you meet resistance. And then there's that feeling of, well, I don't want to give up because the reason I started this goal, the big why, is so passionate, so strong. I want it. So I can't give up on this goal. I can't quit, right? First of all, I hate that word quit. I just don't like it because I just don't think I don't know. I feel like it sounds not good, but I like quitting. I think when I'm doing something and it doesn't fulfill me anymore, right? You quit. Um, like there's not quitting and commitments are totally different, but still quitting. I'm all for it. Quit if you're doing something you don't like, quit. Obviously, the whole commitment thing. Anyway, your goals. Why this made me think of reevaluating. Reevaluating is the most important thing for goal setting, for obtaining your goals. It is the most important thing. And a lot of times when we meet a resistance around creating a habit or a goal or tweaking how we want to live in this world, our identity, right? We meet resistance and we think, push through it, right? Something is wrong, I'm not doing something right. I got to figure that out, push it through, right? Or we then beat ourselves up that we can't do it. But instead, if we compassionately pause and reevaluate the goal itself, we can figure out many things. We can figure out these are the questions that you want to ask when you pause, and you'll see what I'm talking about, what you can figure out, right? We are going along our goal and either we are slowly meeting it or we're not happy with our progress or it just has lost its motivation. We've lost our motivation for it. So you want to ask, what circumstances in my life have changed? What's different now, right? I mean, is like kind of simple and obvious as like you join the gym because you want to go every day after work, but then you've moved or your hours of work have changed, but you just have this feeling of you're not meeting your goal because you're not doing it the way it was supposed to be. So reevaluating what circumstances have changed, right? A lot of times we make goals based off of what's happening in our lives right at that moment. And things can change, seasons change, people change, logistics change. So reevaluating based off of our circumstances is a huge thing. And reevaluating doesn't mean giving up on that why. It's just tweaking it and seeing how now, in new circumstances, things can be achieved, your goal can be met. And then you want to ask, really, is what results have I been getting, right? Has it been kind of slow and steady and moving along, and you're happy with that? Would you like it to go faster? So, reevaluating the goal and how we're achieving it, reevaluating it based off of the results after you've been doing the goal for a little bit, after you've been challenging yourself, after you've been moving towards a new habit or releasing a new habit, if that's the case, looking at the progress. That's a form of reevaluation that a lot of people don't do. And then the third one is like, has my why changed? Do I still have that same motivation level? Is it still something I want to do? Right? Does it still mean the same thing to me as it used to? Right? A lot of like a real easy kind of way to describe this, right? Is somebody's like, I want to get, um, I don't even know. I was going to say a car, but I don't know why want to get the new Toyota. I don't even know what it is. Want to get the new Toyota. And so they figure out this goal of saving money and figuring out how they're going to get this new Toyota. Well, in the meantime, a different car comes out that they like. So now they need to reevaluate their goal. Their motivation, the end game has changed, right? Like a lot of people, this also is a very simple example of it, is a lot of women are like, I'm going to grow my hair out, right? And I want to get to a certain point. But then you decide you just don't like the way it looks. You want to reevaluate it, right? So even goals that are larger, right? You're saying, okay, I want to get this new job, and you have your eyes set on this one position, and you're working towards getting that, and you now learn a little bit more about the position. So maybe your goal of wanting that changes. So it's really important to look at those three things: your circumstances, the results, and your motivation when you want to reevaluate your goal. Because it's sort of like, another really silly example is like you go to open a door and you're just like pushing to open it and it's not opening. How many of us has been like, oh, maybe I should pull? So then you decide, like, and then it works, right? Reevaluation is the key to it. And if reevaluation leads to quitting or stopping, so be it, because there's going to be another goal down the road that you can create and master and obtain. And that's all part of this transformation, this midlife transformation, right? There's going to be so many in this 35-year chunk of time that we're in. So might as well make sure we have the right circumstances, we're getting results, and our motivation is there. And then you will achieve all your goals, create all your habits. And the biggest thing I think around goals and habits, this is a little tangent for you. Um, People, your identity simply, the way I teach it and view it, your identity is just what you do every day. The things you do over and over and over create your identity, right? So if I'm not a smoker. I don't even know. I don't know why all these examples come to me that are weird to me. But so if I'm a smoker, I'm going to identify as a smoker, right? Oh, I thought of one. I'm a coffee drinker. I identify as somebody who likes to drink coffee. Now, if I was like, oh, yeah, I want to identify as a tea drinker, and every day I drink coffee, like it just doesn't add up. So if you want to become something, if you want to embody a certain feeling, if you want to become a certain quality, obtain a certain quality, you have to then bring that in every day in some way. To now we've created a habit, and our habits create our identity. You are what you do, right? You are what you eat. So that is a little bit of a teaching and a little bit of a tangent for goals. Reevaluation is so, so important. And I guess the reason why you reevaluate is to make sure that you are doing the things that are going to create the identity that you want. I hope you didn't lose faith and knew that I would pull it together at the end there. That's it. Reevaluate to make sure you're on the way to obtaining the identity that you want. And be certain that the identity, who you are, who you want to be, changes. And that's kind of the fun of midlife, is it will change. And within this 35-year chunk of time, it may change more than once. Embrace it. That's what it's about. Have some fun, enjoy it, make sure you reevaluate who you want to be and why you want to be it.